Hi, I'm so excited. I finally got some fresh turmeric root from my local market. I got a little bag full of fresh turmeric. If you are watching this, you probably know why, of all the health benefits. And I want to make powder from these roots. And traditionally, according to what else I've seen, they peel it. Some people don't. They boil it for a long time, they cut it up, they let it dry out, and then they grind it, which is great. But I want to try something a little different. I'm going to wash it really good and cut it in chunks and put it in my little magic bullet and see if I can make a powder that way, then stick it in my little convection oven and dry it out right away like that, skipping the step of boiling, because I feel like the more you cook something, the less nutrition it has. And my purpose for the powder, it'll be cooked in the oven when I dry it anyways at the lowest setting. My purpose is that I'm going to use the powder to make those turmeric bombs that you mix with honey and and a little bit of curcumin and black pepper, because that's important. And you mix them and make little pills, basically balls that you swallow, but they are kept in the freezer. So I don't have to worry about it getting moldy if it's not cooked thoroughly, because it'll be cooked in the oven. I'm not going to worry about that at all. So I'm going to wash, chop, grind, bake, and see what happens. I'll show you in a little bit. So here I am washing in a little dish. I'm going to add just a little bit of activated charcoal in there as my cleanser. The charcoal is supposed to draw out any impurities, and ideally I would have a little brush, but as you can see, I've got my apron on. Like everybody says, the turmeric will stain anything it comes in contact, including your hands, but I'm not going to worry about my hands today. I just got the apron on to protect my clothing, and I'll probably let this set in the charcoal water for a couple minutes before I rinse off. And I'm just going to chop in maybe 1-inch sections, and just to give my grinder a little boost. Oh, it smells amazing. And I'm going to grind it in a very fine powder, I guess. It has some moisture of its own, so I imagine it'll be more like a dry paste. But as long as I can spread it out in my pan, it should be good. So I'm going to just go ahead and grind this for a little while, and I'm not going to show you that because it'll be loud, but I'll be right back. My little grinder didn't get it very fine, but I think it's fine enough that I won't have to run the oven for very long. I'm going to put it at the lowest temperature it'll go and put the convection on and just kind of keep checking it every so often. I did want to note that the amount of chunks that I put in there was way too much. I had to do that amount in like 3 different batches, but it didn't get all of it. So that could be why they normally suggest doing it the boiling and then drying the chunks and then grinding those. But I think that once I bake this and it's thoroughly dry, run it through the grinder again and it'll be no problem. I also wanted to mention that I saved 4 of my little tubers or rhizomes to plant my my own plants so that I can continue to harvest and make these, because I really want to try a more natural method of anti-inflammatory and antidepressant medications, natural medications. So I am going to put this in the oven and keep an eye on it and let you know exactly how long it took by the time I feel that it's nice and dry and crumbly. So this is what it looks like after about an hour on 200 degrees, mixing every 15 minutes. So I'm going to put it back in the grinder and see what happens. And this is the finished product. I see quite a bit of fibrous material in there, probably from not peeling it, but I'm okay with that. It's extra nutrients. So that is good and dry and powdered, and I'm going to stick it in an airtight glass jar and put it in the freezer until I'm ready to use it. I hope this was informative and enjoyable for anyone who is interested.